A reading from the letter to the Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us rid ourselves of every burden and sin that clings to us, and persevere in running the race that lies before us, while keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus, the leader and perfecter of faith. For the sake of the joy that lay before him, he endured the cross, despising its shame, and has taken his seat at the right of the throne of God. Consider how he endured such opposition from sinners, in order that you may not grow weary and lose heart. In your struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding blood. The word of the Lord.
Our second reading for this Sunday comes from the letter to the Hebrews. We are reflecting on the question, how deep is my relationship to Jesus Christ? How deep is my commitment to Jesus Christ? How do I respond to Him? Do I welcome Him? Do I reject Him? And how much am I willing to bear for Him? In this second reading, we find Jesus being presented to us as someone who perfects our faith. He does not only give us faith, He does not only strengthen our faith, He perfects our faith. And He is also depicted as someone who inspires us all the more to faith. That's why the author of the letter to the Hebrews says, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. In your journey in life, don't let your eyes be distracted. Keep your gaze on Him. Focus on Him. And you will be able to survive in your journey in life and in your journey of faith. This is the ideal situation where we, focused on Christ, will look at Him as our inspiration, as the source of our strength, and as the perfecter of our faith. Yet, the author of the letter to the Hebrews is also quite realistic. He says that Jesus in His lifetime met with opposition. Not everyone saw inspiration in Him. Not everyone saw in Him the strength and the guide towards life's journey. Some people opposed Him, and that opposition is due to sin. So, who rejected Jesus? Sinners. Those who found in His person and in His message not a message or a word that consoles them. They found in Jesus something that disturbs them. And they would rather eliminate the disturbance caused by Jesus. So they opposed Him. They turned away from Him to the point of putting Him to death. This is very similar to the reaction that some people rendered to Jeremiah in the first reading. So the second reading is inviting us to look into ourselves. Here is Jesus, and you have two different types of reactions to Him. Those who look up to Him as the model of faith will persevere and will journey with Him, no matter what the cost. That's why the author of the second reading says, imitate Him, journey with Him, do not give up. He did not give up for us. So like Him, fight the good fight. In your struggles in life, think of Jesus. He is your inspiration. Those followers of Christ who cling to Jesus will bear with all the sufferings that Jesus had experienced. But sad to say, there is another set of people who find in Jesus someone who should not be emulated or followed. And they chose sin. They chose sin. And because of sin, they opposed Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, the conflicts that Jesus experienced in his lifetime and continues to experience now, no, is really born out of the character of his person and his message. He elicits different levels of responses and commitments from us. So this is a sobering Sunday. How do we regard Jesus? Are we so committed to him that we will fight for him and even bear sufferings on account of his person and his message? Or are we the first ones to oppose him? And by opposing him, oppose also those who speak his word and proclaim his person. This is not just a question about who Jesus is, but a question about our relationship with him.